What is good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul, and for today's video, as you can see before me, we've got a rather large box, and this comes from none other than Uniqlo. Go ahead and put this down real quick. When it rains, it pours, because we did just get a brand new collection from Uniqlo C, but today the good gets even gooder, as we are going to unbox, review, and style some of these brand new garments from Uniqlo U to help you decide if that respective garment deserves a place in your wardrobe. Last thing, I will be providing links to all of the outfits in the description below, so be sure to go ahead and check that out. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the first item. This first one is known as the oversized collared denim jacket. Priced at just $69.90, you get a pretty nicely woven quality denim jacket from this piece. It does feature over-dyed elements, giving it a bit of a fade to it, and as you can see, there is some workwear and even military inspired design details on this piece. Now, this is just one way I would wear this one. If I wanted to just go more casual, here I do have on the G04 denim from my brand Locust&WildHoney, and because I do get kind of a military aesthetic from the cut and details of this jacket, I went with the German Army trainer. Now, as I mentioned, I did want to go ahead and wear these garments for the sake of wearing them into the fall months, and so for that reason, I'm gonna go ahead and layer this jacket up. Now, to go ahead and achieve that, I'm gonna go ahead and throw on this Cause slim rib t-shirt. I think this will be a good option because the overshirt is pretty oversized, and this one will stick pretty true to the body, creating a little bit of dimension, especially because I do plan on having an additional layer between the two. This one I did pick up from Cause stores, and as you can see, it does fit very, very tight, despite the fact that I did elect to go for a size large. I almost forgot to talk about accessories throughout the duration of this video. I'm going to be keeping it consistent. This is the Grace necklace, which is from my brand Locust&WildHoney. I'll have it linked below. Here we have the Aura watch, which is a brand new release. I love like the vintage aesthetic. I think this is gonna go very, very well with all of today's outfits. Got some rings there. And then finally, we got the bracelet, again, from my brand Locust&WildHoney clothing. Now, as for footwear, I am gonna be throwing on my boots. These are from our Legacy and are known as the camion boots. Now, as I mentioned, there is going to be an intermediary layer, but for the sake of just showing the all black outfit, I think this is a fantastic look that you can easily get away with. And actually what you could do is break up the monotony of just like the tonal all black and add a little pop of silver. This is going to come in the form of the belt. And so with the belt, that is something you can implement as well. And here's that all black look again, but it is fall after all. It's gonna get cooler, so let's go ahead and layer this thing up. All right, and so here is the final look. I elected to throw on a flannel underneath the overshirt, adding a little bit more dimension, a little pop of color, and that tan plaid really does serve to really tie into the fall months. I really do like this overshirt. I know the popular colorway was the blue one, but for me in my wardrobe, I do find that the black one was going to be the most versatile, easy to wear, and for me, you can't beat that. When I think about garments, when I think about wardrobe staples, I like to make sure that it is something that I continually go to, and it's a double points if it doesn't require much thought. This is very much the case and point for this piece here at 69 bucks. You really can't go wrong. But with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the second piece. All right, you guys, so next up we have one of the best pieces from this entire drop, at least in my opinion, and that is none other than the short blows on puff jacket. And you guys, priced at $99, this is a very, very solid puffer jacket. From the way that it fits, the way that it feels, it is super solid all throughout. Here, I did go for a size small, which was a recommended size, and I couldn't be more thrilled with how it looks. Now, as it goes with Uniqlo, not everything is going to be a statement. Actually, much of the time, the antithesis is true. What you get from a piece like this is a wardrobe staple, one that you can go to time and time again, a reliable piece that is going to look good and require very little effort. You guys, I cannot emphasize it enough. This is a fantastic fitting jacket. As a matter of fact, I liked it so much on the website that I ended up picking it up in olive as well. And so here is the olive puff tech blows on short jacket on. I will say that based on the color on the website, I thought it was going to be a little bit lighter of a hue of olive. It's not to say I don't like this one, but I would have probably preferred it be just a little bit lighter. With that said, the puff jet short blows on jacket is comprised of a pretty nice quality nylon for the exterior shell of it, with the interior lining being made from a very thin polyester fabric. It is very nice on the skin, and as entailed in the name Puff Tech, you do have a nice level of insulation. It isn't drastic to make the jacket be super puffy, providing for you a little bit of extra warmth without sacrificing a more contoured cropped look. Next, we have the double-faced knit zip-up jacket. And this one, you guys, is very good if you're looking for that nice complementary intermediary piece. Something that's not going to make you very, very warm, but provide for you just a little bit of extra insulation. And that is because this double knit fabric is both extremely soft, elastic, and made from that double-faced knit. This piece is extremely soft in quality. There's virtually no itch to it. It is fairly warm for what it is, and I think it's tasteful. I think this is a very tasteful take on a zip-up knit jacket. I like this piece a lot. I can see it dressed up, and as you can see here, I have it dressed down, paired with the G04 denim. This one does restock this month, so keep an eye on that. And I did throw on some German Army trainers. Moving on, we have the brushed half zip sweater. And I have to say, I like this one very, very much. Now, that is in part due to the fact that for this knit sweater, it is going to be on the cheaper side, being priced at just $49.90. That $49.90 yields for you a very solid half zip sweater that does, in my opinion, fit extremely complimentary. Here I am wearing a size medium, and as you can see, you do have a nice amount of room in the midsection area. It is subtly cropped, and with the waistband here, it is actually pretty elastic, pretty loose as well, and so it's not cinching the t-shirt that you have underneath the piece. Wardrobe staples, man. This is an absolute wardrobe staple at 50 bucks. I say run, don't walk, and pick this one up. Now, although it does look pretty good with the denim, the G04 denim that does drop in October, I'll have a link to these pants down below. This is not actually what I would wear for this fit, because I think it would be most complemented by a good pair of white pants. And so here we are with those aforementioned white pants. To me, this is a bit more of a tastefully curated look for the fall months. Now, for the sake of sharing with you the process, I definitely considered wearing brown boots as well as potentially loafers, brown ones at that. But I did feel like it was a bit too preppy, so I did go ahead and just throw back on the German Army trainers. Keeping it with sneakers, keeping things light, I feel like makes the outfit look a little bit more casual, if that makes sense. So that is why I went with the sneakers. The Margiela's, man, you just can't go wrong. I literally wear these all the time. And now for the last pickup of the day, we have here the baggy corduroy utility pants. These were priced at $59.90, and in my opinion, is a very solid price for the quality of corduroy that you get from this pair. Now, it is offered in a few different colorways, but in my opinion, this dark brown is by far the most beautiful and most conducive to the fall months, as it will complement any of your spring garments like this Stussy cream sweater. This is an awesome pair of corduroy pants. Corduroy is an awesome fabric for the fall and even winter months, which is why I can easily recommend this pair. And that is going to do it for my review on Uniqlo U Fall Winter 2025. I'd be interested in hearing what you have to say in the comments down below about this entire collection. Did any pieces stick out to you in particular? And if they did, remember, I will have links provided to all of these garments in addition to the garments that I styled them with in the description below. Now, if you did enjoy today's video, please be sure to communicate that to me by liking today's video and subscribing to the channel with notifications on to let me know to keep the content coming. Finally, I'd like to thank you guys so much for continuing to support me, whether it be through the videos or through the clothing brand or the watch company. It really means so much, and I consider it an immense privilege to get to serve you by doing those things. Until next video, I will see you again. Peace and be blessed.